Hey everyone, welcome to this week's edition of Deck Tech Tuesday. And this week, it's my first Ixalan Brew. So what have I got for you this week? It is blue-black, two of my favourite colours. Blue-black Revel in Riches. Revel in Riches is the new card from Ixalan. Whoa, it just looked fun. It looked fun. When I was on stream this morning, I said to everyone, what would be the card that you'd like me to build around first? And everyone said this card. So here's my brew. Let's take a look at the creatures first and then see what spells I've got, and let's see how this deck is put together. So the creatures that we have in the deck are in front of you right now. We start off with a 4 Contraband Kingpin. It's a blue and a black 1/4, so great to be an early blocker with all that aggro out there. Also has lifelink as well. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, you get to scry 1. Now we are gonna be wanting making artifacts. We've got Tezzeret the Schemer in there as well, so we're gonna be making, we're gonna make lots of different artifacts potentially. So the scry 1 could be very good for us, and obviously it helps you find what you want. And the 1/4 blocker with this is just absolutely essential at the moment. That all that aggro, Timor energy is still going to be everywhere. So this will definitely save us the first maybe 2, 3, 4 turns until we can get something down that can help us win the game. The next 2 off is new from Ixalan. It's Deadeye Plunderers. Now only a 2 of it is a 3/3, 3 black and a blue. Quite expensive, but it gets +1/1 for each artifact we control. And we could hold, we could have quite a few artifacts with the Tezzeret the Schemer that's going to be in there, and obviously Revel in Riches does make artifacts as well. So this late game could be very, very good for us. And it also does importantly, because the winning condition with the Revel is that you want to make 10 of them and then your upkeep you win the game. So this for 4 can create a treasure artifact, sacrifice the artifacts if we wanted to have one remaining colour. But what we're really looking to do is get that magic number 10, and Deadeye Plunderers will help us. So the 1 of is Torrential Gearhulk. It's an absolute great artifact creature as well, the big 5/6. It's like Snapcaster Mage, but on a much bigger show, and obviously cost a lot more as well. But it's the standard version that we've got. It's a 5/6 with flash, and when it enters, we may cast an instant card from our graveyard without paying its mana cost. We do have more of these in the sideboard in case we want to flip around the deck a little bit and become more of a Torrential Gearhulk type of deck, because they can just win the game on their own. So, like I said, we've got Tezzeret the Schemer in there. It's just a 3 of, not the 4. Comes with a great 5 loyalty. I've been playing around with this card on stream in the last few weeks. I do like Tezzeret the Schemer. Only costing 4 mana. Some say it's not very powerful, but what we want to do with the deck, with Revel in Riches, we want to make those artifacts, and we've also got a different way of doing it as well. We do run Mechanized Production, so create a colourless artifact token named Ethereum Cell, sacrifice the artifact. That is the +1 ability. Now we can put the Mechanized on that, or maybe onto one of the treasure artifacts as well. This also has the ability of giving a creature +X -X, not -X -X. I always think it's -X -X, but it's actually +X -X with the amount of number of artifacts we control, which could be very big, and for just that -2 we can deal with a troublesome creature. If we can get to that emblem, the emblem is a win con in itself. You get to make, at the beginning of your combat, every turn a 5/5 with one of your artifacts, and it just becomes an absolute beater. Constantly they have to deal with these creatures. We're making big 5/5s, attacking for the win. Tezzeret the Schemer, as a 3 of, I really do like it. So, time for the spells. New Ixalan spells are in this deck, because it is my first Ixalan brew. And we start off with, of course, I'm blue, 4 of Opt. I'm not, my blue decks are probably not going to go without Opt as a 4 of. Scry 1, draw a card, instant speed for 1 blue mana. Great reprint, absolutely epic card. Costly Blunder from Ixalan as well. So the additional cost to this is to sacrifice an artifact, which we do have as well. We will be making these artifacts. 2 mana, instant speed, draw 2 cards. I do like that. It's in there as a 3 of. So the next 3 of is Supreme Will, counter target spell unless it's controller page 3, and it also helps you you sort your draws. Look at the top 4, you get to pick one of them and put the rest on the bottom. Supreme Will's double mode is very worth the 3 mana cost, and like I said about Opt, this is in nearly every one of my blue builds. Get to the removal, 4 Fatal Push. Probably the best removal in Standard, and possibly, it's pushing its way into Modern as well as being one of the best removals there is. The new cut from Ixalan, Walk the Plank. Look at the old plan there with the sharks dwelling by. Destroy target non-Merfolk creature. I mean, unless the Merfolk is going to be covering the format, this is still a very, very good card. Doesn't have the instant speed like the Grasp of Darkness, but that just did -4/4, which obviously did kill a lot of creatures. But this will destroy any non-Merfolk creature at sorcery speed. Bontu's Last Reckoning, 3 mana Wrath. Destroy all creatures, but the lands don't untap. I do like this, and it has a very good interaction potentially with our Revel. We can, we don't worry about them untapping. If we destroy a lot of creatures and create a lot of artifacts, we could honestly just win our upkeep by casting Bontu's Last Reckoning. As I said, the deck is built around Revel in Riches. We got a 2 of in it. It's cost 5 mana, so it's only a 2 of, because I'm running 2 of Mechanized Production, like I said as well. We want different types of win content, and we don't just rely on Revel in Riches, which is why I haven't strictly gone for all the treasure artifact stuff from Ixalan that I can find. This is why I've just got, it's a different package. We can win with Tezzeret, we can potentially win with Torrential Gearhulks, we can win with Revel or Mechanized Productions. We've got different types of win cons, which is what a deck needs to survive. So the Revel is whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you get to create this treasure artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 10 or more treasures, you win the game. So that's what I'm saying. Bontu's Reckoning is very good with this. Get that board wipe. Maybe we've got 5 or 6, but we clear the board, make 5 or 6. Then the Revel will just win us the game. Mechanized Production is another, awkward enchantment for them to deal with. We can put it on an artifact. Perhaps we want to put it on Torrential Gearhulk. Just make Gearhulks all the time. It's, it doesn't have to be just used. That is if you control 8 or more artifacts with the same name. So you can see, there's little bits away where we can maybe get the Revel or win a bit quicker with Mechanized. If not, the Revel is there as well. A 2 of Spell Swindle from Ixalan. This rare, 3 double blow. It's expensive, but it counts target spell. And when that spell is countered, for its mana cost, you get to put those treasure artifact tokens into play. This could be massive. You counter saying at 6 or 7, you could honestly just win on the upkeep the next turn. So it's there as a 2 of. So the land base now. Let's get on to the lands. We got 4 Fetid Pools. Drowned Catacomb is back. We got 4 Drowned Catacombs. And then we've got 8 swamps and 8 islands. It's a very basic land base. But, that's all the deck is. It's blue-black. I love that Drowned Catacomb's back. And Fetid Pools, if we don't need it later on, we can obviously cycle the card and we can draw cards with it as well. So before we have a little roundup of the deck, let's take a look at the sideboard now. Spell Pierce is back. Counter target non-creature spell. And this is controller pays 2. This is very situational, but it can be very, very strong. So we're going to have 3 of them in the sideboard. Also, Duress is back, one of my favourite cards. It's a 4 of in here. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land, then they have to discard that card. A couple of Negate as well, counter target non-creature spell. As you can see, we've got a bit more counter magic in the sideboard. Then we go on to a Never to Return. Destroy those planeswalkers and maybe possibly a creature. And it also has the Aftermath as well. We've got a couple of them. With a lot of destruction in the deck, the Scarab God could be very good to bring in. When you pay 4 and then you make a copy of those creatures, set there be zombies as well. And a couple of Torrential Gearhulks. When it ends the battlefield, you may cast target instant card. We know what the Gearhulk does. Like I said, you maybe want to switch to more of a Scarab Gearhulk kind of package, and we can just bring these creatures in and totally, change it around when they might want to bring in their enchantment removal. The last card in the sideboard is Crook of Condemnation. As a one-off, it goes in a lot of them. I mean, I'm not too sure how many graveyard decks are going to be around, but Crook of Condemnation, just as a one-off till we see what maybe your meta's like. The sideboard is obviously always up for the debate, but this is just a one-off. I know, but it is a very good card. Exiling cards from graveyards, it can't be bad. So guys, this is my first Ixalan brew. I really hope you like it. I was, when I put it together, I was like, Jesus, I really want to play this deck and test it out and see how good it is. I've played, for me, it just feels like it's going to be an absolute brilliant, fun deck. My first Ixalan brew around a very, very fun card in Revel in Riches. We are just going to hopefully make those artifacts, those little treasures, and then just basically just win the game. Maybe we won't even need to attack. We might just be able to destroy, counter, have our little Planeswalker there if we need to. Little Tezzeret can come in and make some artifacts. But if not, I want to do the magic. I want to make those 10 treasures. And if not, maybe 8 with Mechanized Production. Anyway guys, please give the video a big thumbs up. I really do hope you like the video, and if you are thinking of making it, please let me know. And any ideas, anything you think would be really good from Ixalan that will come into this deck, maybe for the sideboard, maybe for the main, I'm always up to debate, and I will meet you in the comments for a chat as always. If you're new to us, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and help us get towards our next landmark, which is 3,000 subs. There will be a nice sweet giveaway at 3,000 subs, so make sure you're here for that. Don't forget always, follow me on Twitch, because when it drops on MTGO, I will be playing this deck, and we're going to put it through its paces, and let's just see how good it is. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video, which will be, I think it will be Friday's F&M, but there might be a little video in between. Just see if I can get it recorded. It might be a little opening video from a little prize that I won from a certain channel the other day. Very good, Orc's Head. I won a prize and I've got a little present to open. Anyway guys, you lot take care, have a cracking day, and I'll speak to you soon.